Hi friends, Evolving Guys back with another video today. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. Today's an exciting one because we're going to do a quick preview of the upcoming Surging Sparks set. I have two build and battle kits to open. It's a total of 8 packs, so it's just scratching the surface, just a little bit of a teaser about this upcoming main series set that releases on November 8th, 2024. There's a ton of hype about this set, and so I'm excited to open my first Surging Sparks packs. So we'll talk through what I know so far about the set. I haven't done a ton of research, just the things that I'm picking up from just following the Pokemon trading card game and being a collector. We've got, again, these two build and battles. So this past weekend was pre-release weekend, and if you're not familiar, anytime there's a main series set that is coming out 2 weeks before the official release date, local game stores who are authorized by Pokemon can do pre-release tournaments. And so each participant gets one of these build and battle kits, and inside is a 40-pack pre-made deck with a special stamped promo card. There are 4 variants of that stamped promo, and we'll see in a second which ones we got for Surging Sparks. But you get this kit, you open up your 40-card pre-made deck, and then there's 4 packs inside. You get to open those packs, and you can supplement any of the cards in your 40-card deck with stuff that you pull out of your packs. And so it kind of levels the playing field. It's a fun way to kind of have a low-stakes tournament. Not official tournament. I assume you don't get points for it, when it comes to qualifying for nationals and regionals and worlds and things like that. But it's just kind of a fun way to get an early look at this set. And Surging Sparks, man, this set is probably the most hyped set of the Scarlet and Violet era so far, at least as far as I can tell. People are very excited. Both, I think, players are excited about this set because my sense is I'm not a competitive TCG player, although I try to follow the meta as best I can. It seems like players are really excited about this set. And also collectors for sure are really going kind of crazy about this set. And it's reflected, in lots of ways, but I think for me, the obvious way it's reflected is in pre-release pricing. Pre-release pricing for Scarlet and Violet, we weren't quite sure when Scarlet and Violet first launched as an era because the prices, the MSRP on a lot of products went up. And so we wondered if kind of pre-release pricing or kind of unofficial or secondary market pricing would go up as well. But really it hasn't. Booster boxes generally when a set first releases is, you can find booster boxes for around $100. But not with Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks is really pre-release pricing on things is pretty high. Even vendors that I'm used to going to, online vendors, like they've kind of upped their prices from what they typically would charge. Even with recent sets like Temporal Forces or Twilight Masquerade, prices are up quite a bit, even just for pre-release. And so it'll be interesting to see, are they going to start high and just go higher? Are they going to start high and come down? Are they going to start high and maybe stay high until there's a reprint or until we have a better sense of how much Surging Sparks is going to be printed? It seems like Pokemon has really made a goal of print to demand, and so that has been helpful for collectors because it keeps prices down for sealed product. But we'll see. It's already kind of a challenge. I'm going to kind of hold off. I have a local card store that tends to have things at a reasonable price, and they're not going to have stuff available until the 8th when things release. And so I'll just kind of got my fingers crossed that they're going to just kind of keep their regular pricing, but we'll see. So anyway, this build and battle kit, these are available just at pre-release weekend, and then it's an interesting product because it's available at pre-release weekend, and then there's 2 more weeks until the official set release on November 8th, and then these as a product aren't going to be available usually until 2 weeks after the official set release, so this will be available in kind of mid to late November as a standalone product. These will come available. These are kind of less popular for a lot of folks because they are really geared to the TCG and to these pre-releases. So you can see here what you get inside is you get this, again, this is the pre-made 40-card deck. I like to collect these. Now these are Black Star promos. There's going to be 4 variants with the Surging Sparks stamp, and I didn't look up. There are usually 4. I don't know. I didn't memorize what the 4 Pokemon are. We'll see which 2 we get here. But you can see this is a Black Star promo, so if you want to open this up and put this Black Star promo in your promo binder, you can do that. I like to have 1 in my promo binder, and I like to actually have 1 sealed of each, so I'll probably just hold on to this now. I'm not going to break this open. But inside is just kind of a pre-made deck. Like I said, there's not going to be anything valuable. There's nothing unique inside. There's just going to be a mix of trainers and Pokemon and energy cards that you can use Actually, maybe there's no energy cards. Those you are supplemented when you do a pre-release. So anyway, you get one of these, and then you get these 4 packs of Surging Sparks, which again, my first time opening these, and I'll just open the other one. Oh, and you also get, this is a set list. It's going to be just kind of have some introductory materials about how you might build your decks for your pre-release tournament. And then on the back is a card list. Now this is it's 252 cards. I looked this up before I got on to record. This is a bigger set for sure. I mean, for comparison, Stellar Crown, the most recent set, a little bit on the smaller side, at least for a modern main series set. It was under 200 cards, if I recall correctly, just under 200 cards total. And the 2 previous sets, Twilight Masquerade was 226, I believe, and Temporal Forces was, I don't know, in the 220-ish area. And so this one, you can see at 252, this is 30 cards or 25 to 30 cards larger than Twilight Masquerade and Temporal Forces, which themselves were pretty large sets. I think the largest ever set is Fusion Strike, which is, I think, 264 cards are in that range. And so this is getting close to one of the larger sets. So that's probably going to mean that it's going to be harder to master. I don't know what pull rates are going to be. If you start, as we get closer to set release, you're going to see some channels that have access. Some of the card shops and things are going to have, you're going to start tallying. You're going to see hit rates. Hit rates for Scarlet and Violet in general have been pretty strong, but I think if you follow someone like Danny Phantom, who I like to watch, he has kind of shown that Indeedee. I got 2 Indeedees. So I already got the 2 that I'm going to keep one sealed, and I'll open one, and that'll give me the Black Star promo that I need for my promo binders. So I got 2 of those, and then again we get the 8 packs. But anyway, pull rates in Scarlet and Violet have been pretty good, but I think it used to be much easier to pull special illustration rares, I think, in some of the early sets, and now they've adjusted that where you're more likely in later sets. Those are become harder. The special illustration rares, the more desired cards, are harder to pull, and you're more likely to pull, if you're going to get a hit, you're more likely to pull maybe a double rare. Our experience has been double rares once about every 6 packs, ultra rares and illustration rares once every about 12 packs. And then special illustration rares and hyper rares have been, in some ways, really hard. I mean, 1 every 2 booster boxes roughly, but not even that's not guaranteed. I mean, I think with Stellar Crown, we really had trouble pulling special illustration rares for all the packs that we opened. You can go back and watch our master set challenges. So the cards we pulled today, these will go in our master set for Surging Sparks. It'll get us started off. Unfortunately, I love the Vault-X binders. They have the special monogram binders for each set. Unfortunately, they have not announced when the Surging Sparks binders are going to be available yet. They're not even available for pre-order yet. So I'll just put these cards into a regular binder for now until that's eventually available. And we'll do a binder reveal later on. We are going to do a master set challenge with Surging Sparks. I'm kind of learning my lesson each and every time. I think we're probably going to purchase a little bit less, although it's a big set. We could justify opening a lot of Surging Sparks, but also with pre-release pricing, I mean, we're going to see what availability is like for this set as we get going. And so anyway, I know I've already talked for over 8 minutes and we haven't opened a pack yet. So we're going to jump in. I might take a little bit more time with these packs just to see what the cards are. I have not spent a lot of time looking at set lists. You can find full card lists or online already. All the cards are known. And so, yeah, again, this is nice because every card, you can see there, it's got the 191 in the regular set, and then it goes up to 252 with the secret rares. So anyway, we can just take our time with these. These are all new cards for me. Again, even the commons and uncommons sometimes can be pretty cool. They're not going to be hard to pull. And of course, I think it's expected that this is going to matter for the TCG, for the trading card game. I don't know offhand, I'm not such an expert to know exactly what cards are going to be coveted. I know there's streamers and people who are putting out videos. And then the reverses, we like the reverses. We need the reverses for our master set. So there's our first one, and Gastrodon is our holo. We have this new holo rare pattern. So that's very cool. All right, so that's our first pack of Surging Sparks. Again, with 8 packs here, I'm not going to expect, if we get 1 or 2 hits, that would be awesome. Of course, we always can hope for one of the, I know there's the Pikachu in here. There's a Pikachu special illustration rare. I assume that's going to be the chase card of the set. But again, I'm not really an expert. We're going to learn a lot about this set over the coming weeks, and especially once it's actually available to purchase and open. Again, and often any card with an ability is worth kind of taking at least initial note of, and then again, the folks who are experts in the TCG will be able to tell us which cards, which abilities will turn out to be valuable, and also the trainers. There's always going to be a variety of trainers, some of which are going to be good, and some of which... All right, Klefki, I like Klefki as a general Pokemon. All right, there's Terapagos. I know that was the big deal in the last set. We still have not pulled the Terapagos Special Illustration Rare. All right, so 2 packs in. Yeah, very fun to open. Get a kind of a preview of Surging Sparks. Yeah, I mean, people have talked about, is this Evolving Skies 2.0? I mean, sometimes I wonder how much is hype and how much... I mean, in some ways with trading card game in general, I guess, I mean, things are worth what people think that they're worth, right? There's not like an inherent value in these things. They're just pieces of cardboard. And so it's just really, if there's a bunch of buzz and hype and people kind of, there's a bit of FOMO and lots going on before the set releases, then that's going to drive up the price. I mean, again, I think there are some things that we know, like the fact that if there are popular Pokemon, if there are Pokemon, you know, if it's good for the trading card game. I think for my money, Xerneas is one of the best. I mean, so many of the arts on Xerneas cards, even if they're not valuable cards, are really cool. I think it's Vivid Voltage has a Holo Xerneas. That's one of my favorite cards. All right. Oh, that's cool. Is that... Yeah, Shinji. That's, I think, the same, the Giratina alt art in Lost Origin. The same... That's a very cool card. Primeape and Iron Crown. So still no hits, I guess. I mean, again, it's fun to see every card. We're just previewing. All right, last pack. So I can imagine, like, if this were a pre-release tournament, then I'd get these 4 packs. I could open these 4 packs. You're kind of hoping for a hit, and you're also, maybe if you're kind of a player, you're hoping to get maybe a card or two that's going to really help your deck. That's fun. It's like Harold and the Purple Crayon there. Strudel, Rufflet, Gimmighoul. So yeah, we'll see how we're going to do a master set challenge. I think we'll probably start with just a booster box or 2, and then I do like to open one of every product because they have the Black Star promos, and it's just another excuse to kind of open some packs. But I don't know, I've kind of learned my lesson. Like, we opened a whole booster box case of, here's Magneton. I don't know if this is going to be a good ability or not. That's pretty solid. I mean, anything... Oh, it does knock out this Pokemon, but it's energy acceleration. So I guess it'll be fun to see. It's always fun to see how new sets affect the meta. I like to follow Andrew Mahone and his stuff online. And then he's got part of the Tag Team podcast team. I like to listen to their podcast for kind of weekly updates. All right, Gravity Mountain and... How do you ever say that? Skeledirge. All right, so we opened our first 4 packs. We did not get any hits in that, so if that had been our pre-release box at a pre-release event, we would have maybe been disappointed not to get anything out of that, but it still, again, would be fun to have the cards and to play the game. All right, we'll open our last 4 packs. Oh, is this Tomokazu? Yeah, you can tell. Tomokazu Kamiya is my favorite artist. I got kind of a tip about him from Real Breaking Nate, but you can really tell his artwork. It is very different and very distinct. It's always easy to tell the Tomokazu cards. Diglett, that is fun. So tell me in the comments, are you excited about this set? Are you bummed that pre-release pricing seems to be high, or are you even like tuned in that this new set is coming out on November 8th? Surfer. It'd be nice to get, a hit or 2 out of this. We'll see. Hey, we did get our first hit. Vivillon. So this is an illustration rare. I'm going to guess that's probably not one of the more coveted ones. Again, most of the illustration rares in past sets, they'll settle down. Their pricing will be under $10. But, oh, nice. Oh, I thought that had kind of like, you can see there, it's got like a rainbowy pattern. I thought maybe we had something else. Rabska. All right, well, we got our first hit. We can set that maybe down here. Make a little space for it. All right. Oh, we still have 3 more packs, so that's good. We have a chance maybe at something else. Yeah, anyway, with Temporal Forces, we opened an entire booster box case, which was fun to do, but really probably not necessary in the long run. I mean, after you get through the first few booster boxes, you really are not really adding much to the main series set or to your master set, and you're better off putting that money. I mean, it always is fun to open cards, but you're better off putting that money into just buying singles. Dugtrio is always kind of a fun one, a weird one. And so, yeah, each successive master set challenge that we've done, we sort of scale back the amount of packs we're opening. And with Stellar Crown in particular, because it's such a small set, or a smaller set relatively speaking, it just didn't make sense to open. I mean, we really opened a couple booster boxes and then some of the products. All right, Iron Crown, and hey, our first double rare, Latias. So we do need the double rares. All right, so we got a Latias, so that's a hit for sure. Double rares again. There have been a few double rares in recent sets that actually have some monetary value because they're playable. Raging Bolt comes to mind, and Terapagos, Dragapult. So double rares, they're easier to pull, not as exciting, but yeah, again, when we're opening the first packs of any new set, every card is needed for the master set. Every reverse holo is needed. So yeah, it's nice to see the cards and to open them. So yeah, let me know if you're excited about this set. Again, I think we're gonna definitely still do a master set challenge. Still gonna open some stuff. 2 reverses and another Skeledirge. All right, we're down to our very last pack. We have these 8 packs to start with. So anyway, I'm excited to have been able to open a little bit of Surging Sparks with all the hype. It's kind of fun to have my hands on a few packs, and then this set will officially release on November 8th. You'll see products. I think local game stores can start selling things the Monday before the 8th. I think that's correct, and so you might be able to get your hands on some stuff a little early. I'm curious how pre-release pricing looks like in your area, but definitely in our area, it's been, or at least online, with places I like to go, it's been a little bit higher. So we'll see. We'll see how available this is. We'll see if prices come down once there's a sense of what's going to be available on the shelves. I assume, though, it'll be readily available, but maybe you have to pay a little bit more. We'll see. All right, our last pack. Thanks for following along. Thanks for this preview of Surging Sparks. Excited for this new set. Bravery. All right, our first. We got 2 more. There's our other reverse, and now, hey, all right, a full art trainer. Drasna, again, unfortunately, I think most of the full art trainers in modern sets don't hold a lot of value, and they're not super hard to pull, but always happy to get a hit. So there's our 3 hits. We got 1, I mean, that's kind of, well, it's a little more. Out of 8 packs, I think 3 hits. That's probably a little stronger. That's almost 50%. We got 1 double rare, 1 illustration rare, and 1 ultra rare. So anyway, tell me in the comments, how are you feeling about Surging Sparks? Are you excited? We'll be doing a master set challenge, so please follow the channel. We'll be trying to make a master set of this like we do with every modern set. And yeah, check back. We have some other exciting videos coming up soon. And check out our daily shorts where we're opening 1 pack a day and trying to beat our previous best pull. We have a new series starting in November. So please tune in for that too. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you soon.